It's prime time for crime time.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian. Today I'm revisiting one of my favorite commanders, Nicol, Bolas, God-Pharaoh, because it's time to do some crime. This deck is all about playing my opponent's cards, whether that's exiling them on the stack so I can cast them later, taking them from the board, taking the cards directly from their library, or taking them from their hand. We have many ways to take our opponent's cards. This deck just got a huge upgrade, because in the Thunder Junction set, not only did we get some ways to get crimes committed, we also got a new keyworded ability called Heist. And when you're heisting things, you're taking them for your own. It gives you a selection of 3 of your opponent's cards, lets you take one, and then you can cast it whenever you'd like in the future for mana of any color, which is a huge amount of card advantage. And I would say that this card thieving even is kind of like having a backup thief of sanity that grows over time. This is such a fantastic new addition to this deck. We have cards like Grenzo, who let us cast our opponent's spells for free on either turn. We have Triumphant Getaway that takes 2 of our opponent's spells and then drains them for each time we cast a spell that we do not own. And trust me, we cast a lot of spells that we don't own, because this deck's strength is entirely based on the strength of our opponent's deck and how good we are at taking their cards. There are a couple tempo control type cards in this deck. We've got board lights like Blood in the Snow, Spiteful Banditry. I've got a couple counter spells, just Mana Drain and Wash Away, and of course these 2 stealing counter spells. But the big thing we do in this deck is play our opponent's cards, and it is so fun to get to play with your opponent's deck because you never know how the game is going to go. If you play this Nicol Bolas, by the way, as your commander, I will say there's a rule for him. Unless you are forced to, because your opponent has protection, you don't use the +1 ability, and you don't use the -12 ability. He's all about the +2 to steal your opponent's cards, and the -4 to either close out the game or remove a threat from the board. No, Nicol Bolas is here to enable crime, and crime's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to take Nikki B into the queue, and we're going to play cards that we don't own. Roxanne, Starfall 7. She throws rocks at, well, all your creatures, and your planeswalkers, and your face. And those rocks tap for mana, and they don't just tap for mana, they tap for extra mana so long as Roxanne is in play. She's good, it turns out. Yep, Roxanne is good. In part because she's refunding part of her mana cost. I think I'm gonna start with this Dragon Skull Summit, so I can just be ready to do anything next turn. They didn't have turn 1 ramp, so I assume they'll have turn 2 or turn 3 ramp. Yeah, they ramp, and then they're also playing big Gruul spells. They have yet to ramp. Well, that means I get to play a rogue, the robber of the rich. I swing in, I don't steal because we have the same number of cards in hand. But next turn, I'll have 2 rogues for Laughing Jasper Flint. Yes, I know, dies to having a rock thrown at her. Invasion of Ikoria is going to get them probably a Delighted Halfling. Yeah, because it stops counter spells. That means instead of playing Flint, I am going to want to kill this little tiny hobbit. Sacrifice a creature, please. And the reason for this is so they can't play Roxanne next turn and kill my robber of the wretch. Do I want more blue, more red? I'm gonna go for a little more red. And I will scry. Briarwolf Canal, put that to the bottom since it would come in tapped, and we swing in 2 damage. Nice. Commercial District comes in taps. They kept whatever it was on top. Domri can ramp and also fight. Yeah, so next turn, they've got Roxanne. I think I might want to go for Key to the Archive over Jasper Flint. Sorry, Laughing Jasper Flint. I just know your little buddy is gonna die. Day Judgment, Electrolyze, Doomblade. Roxanne dies to Doomblade. Domri won't be able to fight, but he will be able to ramp. That's also why I played Keely Archive, is to ramp. Roxanne does die to Doomblade. Yep. There's very often, by the way, where you see Doomblade off Keely Archive and you're like, can't kill anything here. Hi, Roxanne. Bye, Robber of the Rich. She also triggers if she attacks. Oh, Grenzo! I love Grenzo. All right, I'm going to kill Roxanne. Gonna play a Laughing Jasper Flint and hope that they don't play a big Gruul thing and have Domri fight next turn. Remember, like, between Domri and this Meteorite, there's more mana than it looks like. Especially, like, if they get Roxanne back out, since then the Meteorites tap for 2 mana instead of 1. I don't know why she has this extra piece of text, by the way. The whenever you tap an artifact token for mana, add 1 extra. I feel like she would be just fine without that text. Rugged Highlands comes in tapped. So I guess they're not replaying Roxanne this turn, because they only have 6 mana instead of 5. But 6 is still enough for a lot of really scary stuff. Scary stuff like Pirate's Pillage. That's actually just card filtering. They still have 4 mana available. Oh, Goblini! A goblin who gives discounts. Laughing Jasper Flint exiles it to... Oh. So, oh. I don't think I should have to pay mana to cast a Crater Hoof Behemoth. What do you guys think? We're gonna Heist. Dualcaster Mage, Interest Restoration, Parallel Lives. I guess I'll grab Interest Restoration, but I can choose which of these I'm casting for free. Easy choice. Easy choice. I do not have lethal here, but I definitely can kill Domri. So I'll kill Domri. Yeah, that will be enough. And then 8 to face. So what's cool about Grenzo, though, is I'm not just going to be able to cast the spell for free on my turn. This Interest Restoration, which I got from Grenzo, I can cast that on this turn for free. The Jasper Flint card, I could only cast on that turn. Oh, by the way, I did hire this as a mercenary. Okay, Vorinclex. In response to that, I'm going to sacrifice the Forsaken Crossroads, and we're going to get a couple lands. How about one of each color? 1, a 2, a 3, a crunch. Big Vorinclex will make it so their lands tap for 2 mana. Also, my lands will get tapped and stay tapped. Is free Crater Hoof Behemoth good? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Ooh. Oh. Golden Duplication. But what about second Crater Hoof Behemoth? Kogla. Trample and Haste. Molten Duplication! Crater Hoof Behemoth! Oh, we're winning this game so well. Bolas is just sitting on the sideline like, hey, you need me to -4 and deal 7 damage to them? No, I don't, Nicol Bolas. No, I don't. The Gitrog Ravenous Ride. This Gitrog sacrifices your high-powered creatures in order to draw a ton of cards and put a lot of lands into play. I kept this hand because it has multiple spells that can kill the Gitrog monster. So I think our main thing is going to be wait until they saddle up this frog and then kill it or exile it. Yeah, Weave the Nightmare. Ideally, I'm not casting this until I have a stolen non-land, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, and what you gotta do is kill a frog, because they're really good at ramping. Assemble the team. They're going to tutor from the top third of their library, possibly getting some ramp, something like Gwenna or Harrow, anything along those lines. Oh, you guys wanted to see the skateboard? Yeah, there's the skateboard on the shirt. Selvala, yep, that's some nice big ramp. She is also notably ramp that dies to Elspeth's Nightmare. So I can kill the Selvala before she can tap for obscene amounts of mana. Perfect. 4 mana now. Gwenna! We get to see what's in their hand. Messy Badger, they give it a 2-year resub! Oh, thank you! I have to decide if I'm going for Gwenna or if I'm going for the frog. I think I'm going for the frog. When they cast Gitrog, they'll be untapping Gwenna. I mean, if they don't have anything else to cast, it doesn't really make a difference. We'll see if they saddle up or if they're casting something that costs 4 here. Here comes the frog! And we exile the frog. Sorry, Mr. Gitrog monster, I can't let you draw 3 and put up the 3 lands into play. I would love to heist, but I think I gotta kill Gwenna, since she would be allowing them to cast Cityscape Leveler. Not that there's targets for it yet, but like imagine if there were. And we can use our Wash Away to stop their commander. Yeah, they'll have 7 mana next turn, so they can cast that frog. Probably 7 mana. They need a land, but they can get there. Ooh. Speaking of 7 mana, next turn I will have 7 mana, meaning that I'll be able to use Nicol Bolas, or I could use Mass Manipulation, or an Overloaded Cyclonic Rift. By the way, this Gitrog is totally fine to just, like, slam down and attack with. It's so much damage. Awesome. It's so awesome. That's why I want to steal it. That's why I didn't counter it. Because all I can think in my head is, what if I had the Gitrog monster? Me. Please don't destroy it. They're gonna destroy it. I thought about waiting until they played the Cityscape Leveler because it would have been rad. Like to steal this? Uh-oh, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Cityscape Leveler now in the graveyard. Costs 8 to unearth, but still gets to attack in. This time, I am countering that frog. Also, 4 sneezes. Ugh! Next turn, I think we breachin'. Gonna have a breach of contract. Breach the multiverse. Lets me get a card from their graveyard in mine. Oh! I just saw what was in mine. It's Grenzo. Hey, Grenzo. What are we stealing today? Cavalier of Thorns, huh? That's a good card. For 0 mana. Watery Grave or Stormcarved? I'll go for Stormcarved because then I can use the Cyclonic Rift. For 2. Like, just 2 mana. Hello, Bloodghast. Yeah, it's a free Cavalier of Thorns. It's a great blocker. I love when, like, most of our non-land permanents are from our opponent. They gave us this, too. This one was a present, though. It was a gift. A gift and a grift. Okay. They're exiling the Cityscape Leveler. Oh, what a last march of the Ents. I will bounce the Bloodghast into hand because that means that this will do nothing. I guess it lets them put any number of creature cards from their hand into the battlefield. Did I have fun? Yeah, I did crime. I had fun. Renzo, Crooked Jailer. I love running into other criminals in the queue. We've got ourselves an Impetuous Lootmonger and Undercity Plunder in hand, so I'm so ready to do some crime against, well, a fellow criminal, Renzo. This is, probably going to be the kind of game that's going to snowball in one of our favors. And I don't know whose it's going to be until the game starts rolling. They do go first, though. And they're going to seize my thoughts, and they're going to get rid of one of these two. I don't think they're going to hit the Mind Stone. I would go for, I think, the Plunder if I didn't have a lot of good playables in hand to, like, make sure I can hold on to them. And the Loot Monger otherwise. Yeah, I think that the Plunder is just like, it's going to be a 2-for-1 no matter what. Looted Delta. Xander's Lounge! Had to make sure I had some blue mana. Hooray for crimes. Go crimes. Impetuous Loot Monger, as far as these new cards go, is so nice for this type of deck because it's exactly what we want to be doing. It steals, and it also gets me more ramp when I cast stolen cards. What do I want to drop? Probably Mind Stone here, since I have a 3-drop I want to cast. We got Rampage, Key to the Archive, and Cold Steel Art. I think I'm going to go for Angerous Rampage here. Hello, it is me. A 2/2 with first strike that has committed a crime. The crime was a heist. I also think, since this has come up a bunch in chat, yes, my shirt is also a crime. This beautiful piece of art was sent to me by my friend Hannah, and it is, well, it says Gucci on it, and it's got Grimace holding a knife and riding on a skateboard, and it was, in fact, the part of a lawsuit where Gucci tried to sue the artist that made it, and they lost. And they lost. Let's go ahead and get rid of that monkey. I think it's a thematic shirt to be wearing while we record some petty theft. I wonder if they're going to protect this. Yeah, they're gonna use Not Dead After All on Ragavan, so I won't be attacking in here. What is a heist in Arena? A heist is where you exile 3 non-lands from their deck. Or, well, you get to see 3 of them, and you pick one, and the one that you pick gets exiled, and you can cast it for mana of any color. Ooh, Thief of Sanity. They could pay 3 mana to turn Valky into a Thief of Sanity. If only I had a non-land permanent that I don't own. They know about the Weave of the Nightmare, though. So Grenzo, if you missed the other Grenzo game, Grenzo, he's heisting, and he's letting you cast stolen spells for free. Grenzo's in our deck. Incredibly good crime card. Ooh, they're gonna Mind Spike. I am going to kill the Valky to put the Thief of Sanity back into my hand. I'm noticing that they're not getting mana. I think they were very much relying on the dragon. Do you have another little fakey fake here? Yeah, they're scamming left and right. Thank you, First Strike, on the Impetuous Loot Monger. Truly holding them at bay. I'll play this, and I don't really have anything to do here. I've got the Future Spell Thief to copy a spell they cast, so we'll see what they end up casting. A 3rd land! Nice. Yeah, if they cast like a kill spell here, I can steal it and cast it back. Or I can make a copy of it. I just noticed that this was not updating right. There we go. Sorry, my Spotify thing was getting weird up in the corner. Valky! Valky, would you like to party hard with me? They're gonna turn into a Thief of Sanity. I can't stop them. Just gonna go through, and they're going to look at the top 3. One goes into exile, and the other one's going to my graveyard. Ah, 2 lands and a mystery card. You can't use lands stolen off Thief of Sanity. Oh, a thieving counterspell! I could do that. Or I could play Nicol Bolas. And now I have the choice between, do I want a plus, or do I want a minus? I want to do crime. Gimme. Okay, fine. It's not very interesting crime, it's ramp. Gets me a treasure off the Impetuous Loot Monger. But since I didn't minus to kill the Valky, which is currently a Thief of Sanity, they're gonna keep getting more of my cards. And that's fine, because I just want to do crime. The art on this desertion is so kind of weird looking. I know that the man is supposed to be, like, caught on this cactus on the way down into this cliff. But there's something, like, weird about the way he's hanging that kind of just makes him look like he got turned sideways. Maybe it's because the cactus growing sideways is what's weird to me. Could we desertion their commander? We could. We could. I'm pretty sure that desertion works on commanders just because it's not changing the zones as much. It's still entering the battlefield just under my control instead of theirs. Alright, I went for a lightning bolt and attacking Nicol Bolas. They didn't attack my face though, so they didn't get the treasure and the crime off Ragavan. Gold Steel Heart. That's what they stole from us. So now they're almost at Grenzo mana. I think the Spiteful Banditry is definitely going to take out these two. What do we get? Ooh, a Worn Power Stone. I don't mind if I do. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I will take a damage from this wicked token, bro. Wicked awesome. We get our Thief of Sanity back, and I am going to ask the Thief of Sanity or hold a future Spell Thief to try and stop Grenzo. And by stop Grenzo, I mean make a copy of Grenzo. I want to make a copy of Grenzo so bad. Please. Please, a Grenzo. A Grenzo for me. I have Grenzo in my deck, but I want more. I want second Grenzo. Hi, Grenzo! Grenzo's just one of the best crime cards ever made, so I need this. I want to do Heist. So they're going to get to Heist me. They're going to steal one of 3 different cards, and they're going to be able to cast it for free. Grenzo also you can use to cast a spell for free on your opponent's turn, so you can cast multiple spells, like bouncing back and forth. So good. This is kind of like another Bolas for me. A Bolas that lets you look at 3 cards. It's not just the top spell, it's 3 different cards. Nice! And Triumphant Getaway is going to get them 2 more spells and start draining me. So they stole crime with their crime. That's going to get them more crime. And also, it's a win con on its own. I have won multiple games off Triumphant Getaway, just draining our opponents out. They might have been thinking we had a counterspell. It's kind of like a counterspell. It's crime. Alright, let's see what we get off this +2. Impetuous Lootmonger. Hey, I know that guy. We already played one of them. I will start it with Grenzo, actually. Grenzo, come do a crime for me. What's holding priority, I wonder? Probably whatever they stole, they have an instant, because they can cast something for free. Heal the Archive. Okay, wait. Direfleet Daredevil. Okay. Just waiting on them to cast the things. I will drop Thief of Sanity. Agonizing Remorse, Gaunty, and Key. Oh, yeah, alright. Use crime to get crime. Since we've stolen this Direfleet Daredevil, we're going to get a treasure. We're going to use it to cast another stolen spell. Oh, are we heisting? I'm heisting so hard. I want the Angress Rampage. And I will have you sacrifice a creature. There are people honking outside of my apartment. Love that. Children's Edict. They're gonna make me sacrifice a Planeswalker. Okay. Bye, Nicol Bolas. And look who's got lots and lots of mana to keep doing crimes. It's me! So I have a choice here. Do I want to play this Gonti? I'm actually not going to play it yet because I have 5 mana, which is enough for Desertion. And I'm kind of hoping that they cast like a big creature artifact for me to steal. And if not, it's just a counterspell. 5 mana counterspell. Grenzo's like, look, Amy, you could cast this Gonti for free. I know Gonti, or I know Grenzo. I'm saving it for later. It's a later snack. Why are you looking at your graveyard? All counterspells should be 5 mana. Especially the ones that steal. There's 2 stealing 5 mana counterspells. We have Gale's Redirection and Desertion now in Arena. Deadly Cover? You're gonna try to board wipe me? No. No, you're not. Grenzo Heists. Again. And we win the game. GG, fellow criminal. Yes, I had a lot of fun. I got to play their cards and mine. Tatiova, Benthic Druid. Tatiova, Landfall, gain a life, draw a card. She's generally just a very strong commander because Simic Ramp is good, and Simic Landfall is also good. And turn 1 ramp on the hands of a Delighted Halfling is also good. I will kill that. I have to decide how I want to kill it. I think I'll use the Edict. They usually don't have too many planeswalkers, and I'd rather use my single target removal. Windswept Heath. Crack open that fetch land. Wonder if they'll just grab the shock. Yep. Life is a resource, and they are very willing to pay it. Wizard class! Nice. Wizard class is real fun, since it lets you grow your creatures by drawing cards. Also like that our opponent's name is Clickhole. A fine parody website. Topiary Stomper. It's not really worth killing. It's a 4/4. It's mostly on that enter the battlefield. Gets them a basic, and it will be able to attack or block in the eventual future. For now, I'm just gonna sit here. I guess I could use Takanuma if I wanted to risk it, try to find a creature or planeswalker. I'm a lot more likely to just firmly grasp a creature if they play with. Though I think they're gonna go for Wizard class this turn. Or cast something else. Here's Tatiova, but they already played a land this turn, so we murder her. No landfall for you, young lady. No fishy business here. Polluted Delta. Let's go ahead and grab the Xander's Lounge. Boop. Oh, a chicken nugget! This is one of those sweet new crime cards. If it hits them, we heist. I love this. They can now play lands off the top of their deck, and playing a land will get them life. Wizard class. They draw 2 cards. Thieving Aven. We steal stuff from them. Okay, what do I want? Cirque Route. Explore. Renin 7. I like the Explorer because it lets me also play the Nicol Bolas this turn. Also, we grow our Aven. Oh, Spiteful Banditry. I could do a Spiteful Banditry for X equals 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I totally could. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take out that Courser Prefix. Take out that Topiary Stomper. That will reduce their devotion so the Nykthos does less, and we get a treasure! Hi, Azuzu, who lets you play many lands. She's dirty. She sure does love dirt. wizard class going to chapter 3, level 3? They're a level 3 wizard. Only have 2 cards in hand. We can make them discard one off Bolas, but I'm going to start by stealing with our Thieving Aven. Go, birdie, go, birdie, go! Okay, so, like, I could steal their lands. Or I could just get a lot of lands. Or I could get Landfall. Oh, these are all so good! I want a prime time. I'll grab some lands that would enter the battlefield tapped otherwise. I think we have Restless Reef. That's a good one. And maybe one of the lands that would otherwise just come and tap because it's too late in the game. We play a land and Nicol Bolas the Ravager to make them discard 1. Nice! Unless that's a counter spell that could hit this, but not that. No, they had a Beseju, so they're destroying my Spiteful Banditry. I don't have any use for the mana to come in untapped, so I'm going to grab a Shock Land. Who's a ramping now? I'm ramping. It is me, the Landfall deck. So Nicol Bolas the Ravager, if you're wondering where his crime comes in, you flip him over, and then his -4 lets you just steal creatures and planeswalkers from graveyards. So I could be like, ooh boy, a Topiary Stomper, or yeehaw. Wait a minute, I don't have creatures in my graveyard. I'm just a no-fun ninny, huh? Thieving Aven, by the way, growing on top of stealing cards. This is such a good uncommon. Thief of Sanity getting put in its place. Tireless Provisioner. Landfall is going to get them treasure or food, but usually treasure. Ooh, nice Otawara. I'll swing in with, you know what? All of them. The ramp is just so good. So we'll grab a Black Cleave and Dark Slick, since those would come in tapped. They're down to 4. Mystic Study, Ancient Greenward, and an Arcane Signet. And this. It doesn't matter. We're gonna finish them with Nicol Bolas. GG, love a Primeval Titan to the face. Aragorn the Uniter. Aragorn is, well, good based on the number of colors that you're casting spells. Of your spells? I don't really know how to phrase that. If you cast a spell that's red, you burn your opponent. If it's green, you buff up a creature. If it's white, you make a token. And if it's blue, you scry 2. Aragorn loves it when you cast big, multicolored spells. And I love it when I take my opponent's card. So I'm going to play this Impetuous Lootmonger. I'm going to drop my Forsaken Crossroads. And we're going to hype. Ooh. Ooh. This is really awesome with Aragorn, this new card. But I don't have that many cards that would trigger it in my deck. Impulse? No, I think we take this Fable. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is a really good card. And now it's ours. Hi, Ruby. Are you gonna get tapped to cast something else? Hi, Delighted Halfling. Oh, you're so cute. I could technically kill one of these. But I'd rather play Fable of the Mirror Breaker. So I'm gonna play Fable the Mirror Breaker. If they play Aragorn this next turn, and I imagine that they will, we could follow up and kill it with Weave the Nightmare. And because we own a non-land permanent we don't control as we cast this spell, we could also heist more cards. Oh, hi, Linvala! You're not an Aragorn. But you do protect your party. Great Expectation, more heist! Oh my gosh, alright, I don't think Angress Rampage will be that good here. So I'm going to drop it. I got a land. I'm going to heist you and try to kill Linvala. They should just sacrifice it in response. Maybe make Ruby indestructible until end of turn. We got Embiggen. Malcolm. Trash. Malcolm's kind of cute. I'll swing in with both. And here's Malcolm! Malcolm gets part of his mana cost refunded thanks to this loot monger. Questing Druid. They exile the top cards of their library, and they'll be able to cast those. Hi, Malcolm. Not quite the mana they need for this. Ooh, but Fabro Elder. Nice. Fabro Elder is going to go nuts here, though. Because they have so many different permanents. I wanna steal. Every single moment do I want to steal. Somebody infinite. Piano. You know, I am actually casting a lot of things from exile. Because all the stolen cards are in exile. Or do I want to play Xanathar this turn? I'm gonna go for Pia. Get a treasure. I'll play the Restless Reef. Swing in with Malcolm. If I really wanted to play Xanathar, I could have attacked with the Goblin Shaman and shocked in the Watery Grave. Here's Aragorn. They have 3 mana here and another 4 here, so they can, I assume, get a lot of triggers off of Aragorn depending on what they have in hand. Aww. Swords to Plowshares on my stolen Kiki Cheeky. Oh, darn. There go those dreams. They made a big ruby. And Questing Druid is also nice and chunky. I am going to chump block with this Goblini. I'm considering the double block on the Questing Druid just because it keeps getting bigger and bigger. But for now, this should be fine. Excellent. Okay, Nicol, Bolas, are you ready to do some... Wait a minute. Okay, they don't have any white mana up, but they do have blue mana up. That'll save me the treasure, too. Here comes Nicol Bolas, God-Pharaoh. And we steal. Trash the town. Well, that's a spree card, which means I have to pay mana in order to cast it. Awkward. Anyway, I'll still do it. I'll get a treasure back. I'll get a Thopter. And I will get to draw cards because I'm going to attack with Malcolm. Boop. Oh, that's a Showdown of the Skulls. It's going to deal 3 damage to my face. But I am very hopeful that I can keep Nicol Bolas alive. Oh, maybe I can't. That's trample. They might be able to kill me this turn. If they put all their buffins on the same dude, even if I block with everything, because Aragorn can just keep giving more and more of that big damage. Into the north. Yep, that's more. That's 15 damage. I was hoping I could, like, keep Bolas alive and then, displace her Kitten. Well, let's see. If I block like this, am I dead? Okay, so that's 15. No, I do have to block like this to stay alive. Okay, stay alive is dependent on what else they have. Ah, it's a Colossus. No, we were dead. We were dead before they even started this turn. Good game. That's an extra 3 damage and an extra 4 power, plus another extra 4 power. So dead. GG, Aragorn. Yasharn, Implacable Earth. Yasharn stops you from paying life and sacrificing things, and gets you forests and plains into hand. We have a little bit of ramp here. We have a little bit of removal here. No crime, though. Just the things that let us stay alive long enough to do some crime. Ironcrag, they're ramping. They can play Yasharn next turn. Things that, by the way, like I lose life are still totally fine. Something like this, though, pay 3 life. I'm not going to be able to pay life. I would have to discard, right? Yeah. I can't sacrifice, and I can't pay life. But I can do this! Removal is crime. It's committing a crime, which is not doing a crime. If you ask me, doing a crime in Magic is stealing. It's taking your opponent's cards. But committing a crime is targeting your opponent, or their permanents, or their graveyard, or spells or abilities they control on the stack. Which is a lot less fun. We've got... Wait, they transformed this into Everflame? I wonder if that was a misclick. Or if it was on purpose. The world may never know. We got ourselves a replicating ring out, and... I'll kill a thing. We got the blue. We're gonna scry. Kitten! Next turn, I think we can try to land Bolas. Hawk comes out. Hawk is going to be able to double a land. That's a big Hawk. I'll let them draw because I want to play Displacer Kitten this turn. And I want to play the Displacer Kitten in order to line up for Bolas potentially getting multiple activations in a turn. If we're able to cast another non-land, or a non-creature spell, we just go blink, 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 blink. Hi, Elishnorn, who stops the enter the battlefield effects. Play the land, get out B. Bolas! I don't really want to blink anything here. But thanks! And we steal. Which Placer Kitten? Displacer Kitten! Die, Elishnorn! Oh, and we're gonna get to activate Bolas again. Thank you, Hyroth, for the sub, and GG Yasharn. Chainer, Nightmare Adept. Chainer has a very unusual ability that gives things haste if they entered play from somewhere other than your hand, including your command zone. So if Chainer enters the battlefield, he gets haste, which is just neat. Chainer also allows you to discard cards so you can cast creatures from your graveyard. You can only do it once per turn, but it gives you access to tons of reanimation, and you can just kind of treat your graveyard as a second hand for creatures. Hi, Chainer. This also works really well with Madness cards, because if you're discarding stuff, then great. Maybe you'll be able to cast it as it goes into exile. I've got a nice hand here, mostly because it's got a little bit of crime, like this werewolf, and it's got a bit of removal and hate, exiling their graveyard, more crime, discard and crime. We got a lot that's going on here. Hi, Magda. I'll swing in, do a little bit of stealing, because I don't think they block my first striker. Orcus. Okay, I can't play Orcus this turn, but I may want to use Orcus in the future. Any turn that I attack with a werewolf, this is the only werewolf in the deck, I will be able to cast Orcus. Elspeth's Nightmare. Ooh, that is a Bolas' Citadel. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of that. I wanna not have to deal with that. Rahilda, I'm going to swing in and steal what I steal. Velis. Ooh. So, I think I'm just gonna play Orcus here. X equals 0. Orcus is a 5/3 flyer with trample. Yeah, that's just a big creature. This will start getting me a lot of damage on the board. I could have also gone for their mana rocks, but I figured that this Oliphant, this is worth stealing. I can exile it off the board, and I can recast it if it's an exile with a hostage taker. They don't like the idea of that, so we'll be swinging in with Rahilda and Orcus and ending this game. GG, Chainer. Ah, a fellow criminal in the queue. Grenzo, Crooked Jailer. That card's in this deck. And it does crime by heisting you. This is a really, really sweet card because it allows you to cast stolen spells for free once per turn. And it doesn't have to be the one who stole those spells. You can bank up a bunch of stolen spells off cards like Outrageous Robbery, so you can cast them over time using Grenzo. Also, like, Rahilda. I'm gonna use Rahilda to try to do some crime. Hello there. It's Rahilda. If she hits you, she'll steal your cards. Oh, Xanathar also works really well with Grenzo. These two are buds. Hi, Liliana. Hi, Rahilda.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people off you go.
I think I should just get rid of the Liliana here before they can activate her. Timotheus, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you for the 10 months. Key to the Archive. So they're just ramping straight up into Grenzo. Grenzo triggers on enter the battlefield, so they're going to get to do some free crime. And because it's a heist, they get to choose between 3 different cards to steal. I'll probably want to just kill it in response. Do I still not have blue mana? That's embarrassing. Yeah, kill it in response to its trigger, so they can't use the stolen spell to, if they happen to get a counter spell, counter my removal. Key to the Archive. They kept whatever spell they got. Ooh, the Lootmonger! That's going to heist. At the cost of you discard. But it's worth it. Oh, Bedevil! What'd you steal? What'd you steal, Mr. Lootmonger? I won't know. It's face down. It's a secret to everyone. You have chosen a card. Tasha! Oh, I love Tasha. So they could minus to steal Rahilda. Nope, they're plussing. Alright, I'll kill her. I'll pay 3 life, because that's what we do. Goodbye, Tasha. Unholy Archmage.
You achieved what few have. They keep your distance.
And then I will follow up with Sheldred. I think that going for Kolaghan's command would also have been fine. Hitting the Key to the Archive and the Lootmonger. Hey, Grenzo! You want to come out? Yes, he does. Grenzo comes out and heists me. And what is the stolen good? Well, they might wait if it's not something they want to cast right away. Also, they can cast things for free on both mine and their turn. Oh, it's Gonti! So if they steal another card here, one that's especially instant speed, they can actually cast it for free on my turn. Hell yes, I love that. Now, where's my Grenzo? Imagine stealing crime with crime. Find a stone! Alright, they're just paying the mana for it. Oh, I found blue mana! I will destroy an artifact and have you discard. Not that you don't already have all the card advantage you've ever needed with Grenzo. And I'll attack in. theft, into theft, into theft. We're just getting deep into this criminal activity. I'm almost at 7 mana for Nicol Bolas, too. And they have 6 cards of the 8 that I would need to flip over Shelly. They found some prisoners. The 3 spells they found were Desertion, Otawara, and Polluted Delta. Desertion was just going to be a pure counterspell, and if it happens to hit a creature or artifact, they steal that spell. Well, they steal the permanent. It just comes into play under their control. Looks like they went for a land, though. And now here comes a lootmonger. Wait a minute. They stole my lootmonger! I was like, how'd they get another one of you? It's because they stole it. They stole with the lootmonger to get a lootmonger. Renzo, you're fun. They have 7 cards now. So they cast the return to make it so it wouldn't be 8. I could plus, I could minus. I think taking out the Grenzo is going to buy me a turn. But then they'll be able to kill the Bolas. Let them do crime or do crime myself? I choose crime. What do we steal? Ooh, the plunder from down under! They have to discard their last card. Who's Approach to the Second Sun? And we get a Bandit's Haul. Holla! What do you steal? Hopefully it's not removal. Necropotence! Why would you ever draw cards when you could do this instead? I will offer you a trade. My shoulder for your... Wait a minute, I could flippy, though. I mean, I can let Bolas die. I'm very down with letting Bolas die. Yeah, come back here. I want a flippy. A 1, a 2. You think they'll go all 7? I imagine they also have Prosper in their deck, because they're casting so many things from exile. This just puts stuff into their hand, though. They're digging. They're going for the goods. Remember, if they have instant speed removal, they can kill Shouldered in response to her activation. But I think it would have to be a stolen card from us, because they don't have black mana right now, and very few red spells, that I would play at least with Grenzo, can kill Shouldered. I'm gonna go for it. Flip, 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 Adelphia. Swoosh. Killing Grenzo. And I know I miss out on getting a counter on the Bandit's Haul. Stolen Bandit's Haul. Oh, they have a mana drain! That's my mana drain. So they get 3 extra mana here. That makes it nice and easy for them to recast Grenzo, who commits a crime, does a heist. Nicol Bolas forces me to discard. I'll discard Agent of Ravine. And remember, they'll have to discard 3 cards here. They stole... Wait a minute. Yeah, you're right. That's my Grenzo! How could this happen? Oh, hey, Croxa. Croxa would allow them to exile all the creatures in their graveyard before I steal them. In order to not die, I think I have to kill the Grenzo here. They're out-criming me so hard! Yeah, this is, This is still 8 damage of the 10. Do they have a creature land? Oh, they have the Guardian Idol! Can't believe they stole my Grenzo before I could Grenzo them. GG! Johnzy, Oracle of Archevios. Johnzy ramps and ramps and ramps and then starts casting things almost for free, or for free, depending on if they can get their Omni out in time. Johnzy can be very, very scary, and she protects herself decently well. We do have a bit of hand interruption here, though, so hopefully we can slow down that ramp. Ooh, do I want to take out that Elvish Mystic or that Growth Spiral? Perilous Voyage. I kind of actually like hitting the Growth Spiral, since I can kill the Elvish Mystic with Kolaghan's command. I don't have any blue, so I can't hold up Bind to Secrecy. Emergent Sequence. Oh, that will also make a land. Go ahead and destroy their snow-covered forest. Do I have a reason to have snowlands? Yes. It's blood on the snow. Now, we don't have that much snow, but being able to destroy all planeswalkers is the kind of thing that sometimes you just gotta do. Like holding up the Bind to Secrecy here. Perilous Voyage? You cut that out. Jabao! Thank you so much for the sub! They've got 5 mana now. They're bouncing this back into my hand. It's a regular Hullbreaker horror, huh? This time I'll play the Replicating Ring into Ragavan. A lot of R's going on here. Playing some of this. Some of that. Ooh, I could also Future Spell Thief, make a copy of my own Signet. But no, we save this for crime. I'm sorry, are you going to try to kill my Ragavan? No. By the time they play Johnzy, I think they'll be able to protect her from counterspells. So I like this a lot more, and we can hold our Future Spell Thief to take whatever they're using, like ramp. Have a clock. I don't need 2 of them, but thank you for offering. Oh, Jabao has seen me on various commander shows. Just started watching my stuff. Well, welcome! I want a Johnzy. Yeah! They're saying nice. Thanks, I like doing crime. So Johnzy can be protected, but it's gonna take up, like, their hand, which they don't have. They would have to discard a card in order to protect her, and they didn't have any cards in hand. So, easy, we bring out Bolas and we kill her. Next turn, prime time. Also, maybe Johnzy time. Depends on if I get 8 mana or not. Yeah, I'm very, very thankful. I've been on many different commander shows. So, like, thank you so much to all of my friends who put up with me being a little goblin while I play Magic with them. They're looking to shuffle that back into my deck. I'm going to put that in the command zone because I have a feeling they're going to have us both draw 6. Scarab God or Johnzy? Johnzy! So now whenever I cast an instant or sorcery, I'll get to reveal the top card of my library, and if it's a non-land spell, I can cast it for 1 mana. Oh, hi, Uro. Ooh, crime payoff. Crime. Just some general exiling. Alright, Megan, Ashley. It's go time. Do I go for my stuff or their stuff? I'm gonna start by going for my stuff. So we're gonna Baleful Mastery. It was a land. Dang, I was hoping it would be bigger crime. Gonti! Gonti Steel? Gonti Steel Pact of Negation. I can pay blue mana, so that is going to be a absolute tricky trick. I will discard a land here, because I have plenty of them. To get... Oh. I'm gonna go for the one that's a win con. Swinging for 8. They're perfectly balanced mana base. Sure is basics. But good for them. Chromatic Lantern. Okay, that's just fixing. Did a ramp. Skyclave Relic. That is, in fact, more ramp. Some more blue mana. We go straight to combat. And I think we're going to try to finish this off with Bolas's minus ability, since I can protect him with the Pact. That's going to be game. Cutting off Jadzi from those ramping creatures, attacking the hand, and getting a Jadzi of our own. GG. Alkist Prof Master Sleuth. Unfortunately, Alkist Prof is usually just a counter spell and board wipe control deck. Using Alkist Prof instead of, say, Teferi, because, well, you match a lot lower. I have a turn 1 Thoughtseize. I like this hand. We can also make a copy of one of their spells. Love it. I could have a Prof of my very own. And we'll see what we got. Thoughtseize! Curse of Silence. Archmage Charm. Whirlwind Denial. March of Otherworldly Light. Can't curse me, bro. I'm immune to your insults. I'm gonna wait until they use the Archmage's Charm to draw some cards. Hello, I would like an Archmage's Charm. Mine's better because it doesn't require 3 blue to be cast. So hey, I've got a 3-2. You could have a 3-3 if you weren't scared. I'm gonna swing in for 3. And now I feel like we're just gonna sit here holding this Archmage's Charm, like, yeah, I got a counterspell. Sort of. I don't really want to use it as a counterspell. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't go for the Cavern of Souls. Here we go. I want to draw 2 cards. You drew 2 cards. I want to draw 2 cards too. I was jealous. You don't want a Whirlwind Denial, me sacrificing my land? Why not? You can hit abilities with it. In we go with the Futurist Spell Thief again. And I don't know. Cold Steel Heart. Bit more blue. Thief! Sanity. They could March of Otherworldly Light one of my creatures or artifacts. They get to choose which. Wait, why didn't you... What do I? A Divine Purge. Yeah, okay. My understanding, by the way, from the Alchemy players I know is that this card is just a menace in Alchemy. I think it's one of those, like, it just stops so many different game plans that people just hate playing against it. They've got themselves a counter spell now. Just try to replay Cold Steel Heart. Is the Grimace in my shirt holding a knife? Yes. He's also skateboarding. And it says Gucci. Bit of a triple threat. Oop. I'm gonna try to Cyclonic Rift their clue to get them to crack it open and draw 1 rather than hold it to gain like 4. Okay, never mind. They really want to hold open the counter spell. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Have a kitten. I pay the 4. And now I have a kitten! Pet, 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 pet. Oh, I think they thought I only had 3 mana up. Wrong, I have a kitten! Get out of here, Proft! Looks like me and my opponent are going to be playing dinosaurs this game. Also, I have a mana drain against what I assume is going to be nigh rampant dinosaurs. So that's good for me, not for them. I think that mana drain is a card that should not be in this format. And so long as it is in this format, it should be in a lot of blue decks because it is unfortunately a very good card. Kind of frustratingly good. Kind of hate it. I'm not going to hold it up for this next turn. I'm going to be waiting until they're casting their commander because I would love to get like 5 mana off mana drain so I can just throw down Nicol Bolas. Nice! Hulking Raptor is going to give them enough mana for their commander next turn. So we are going to sit here and pass the turn back to them. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. They don't have to go for Pantlaza. They can play another dinosaur. They could also play a land. Ooh, a Dreadmaw! Notably, has a mana value of 6. So Nicol Bolas can come out next turn. Yeah, listen, no, I deserve that emote. Here comes Nicol Bolas, God-Pharaoh! And we do the thing where we steal their cards. What else is new? Ooh! 3 Bone Horde Dracosaur! I also have mana for an Infernal Grasp, but not enough for the Ward 2, so yeah, I'll kill the Lore Keeper. And swing in for 2. Boop. This is going to be exiling cards each turn. Depending on the type of card that gets exiled, I either get dinosaurs or treasures. Also, I will get the cast or play those cards that we've exiled. Pantlaza is going to discover 4, and they discovered an Itzkinth. That might go into their hand. I'm not sure if they'll want it in play, since they don't have 2 mana for that bite ability. Oh, no, 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 I've got first strike. Okay, good. I caught it. Ooh, a Hostage Taker and a Weave the Nightmare. We'll start by stealing. Tommy of Bamboo Groves. I mean, I'll play it, but it doesn't do much. Hostage Taker. I don't have enough mana to cast anything I've stolen. I guess I could kill Pantlaza, but that's so boring. I'd rather steal. Wait, oh, I can do both. Right, because I have a stolen card. Alright, fine. I'll kill Pantlaza. Ooh! Free Elysian Caryatide. Or, well, free. It's 2 mana. But I can afford 2 mana. Dracosaur, hold the line! So yes, I think the lesson to be learned from this particular game is that mana drain is a mistake. Such a mistake. Seriously. How do I get Wizards of the Coast to remove this from the format? Ooh, are Kogla and Yadaro going to fight the Bonehorde Dracosaur? Sure are. Bye, Bonehorde Dracosaur. Thank you for the card advantage. It was nice while it lasted. So I don't really care about Nicol Bolas taking damage, but I do care about them having the mana off this Hulking Raptor, so I'm going to double block. Now, I can't wait to be the dinosaur deck. Be the dinosaur deck. Be the dinosaur deck. Give me dinosaur. Ooh, Rhythm of the Wild. That gives me haste, which is cool, because it means I could, like, Thief of Sanity at the speed of sound. Haste, please! Please! Armored Scrap Gorger, Tranquil Thrillback, and Congelli Sun. Whoa! My game just minimized on itself, so I can't actually see anything. Arena? Sweetie? Yeah, that's cool. What did I get? Oh, I got the Tranquil Thrillback. Yeah, I couldn't actually control what was being exiled there. So that's fun, right? Alright, let's see if I can get this to restart. Sorry about the buggy capture there. We're taking damage to the face. We're going to play Displacer Kitten. I guess I'll give it haste. We're going to see if we can steal. Non-creature. We didn't. We got a creature. I'll give it haste, though. I'm gonna go to combat and attack with these two. Boop, boop. Rampaging Ferocidon. Stalwart Speartail. Use this 2 mana. We are going to blink Bolas. And I think I can kill them by just going minus. Cyclonic Rift. Doesn't matter what I blink. We blink Nicol Bolas, and we minus him again. And that's why you put Displacer Kitten in your Bolas decks, and that's why mana draining is a mistake. 2 lessons in this game. Thanks for putting up with my stuff, Smoking Dragoon. Thalia and the Gitrog monster. Thalia and the Gitrog monster work so well together. Just like these two. But I don't have the mana for them. I'm gonna mulligan and hope that we see those guys later. Thalia and the Gitrog monster allow you to play additional lands per turn. It also means that my non-basic lands and all of my creatures are going to come in tapped. And if that weren't enough, when they attack in, they can sacrifice a creature or land, and then they draw another card. In fact, they actually have to sacrifice a creature or land. But because this has First Strike and Death Touch, it's not like I'm going to be beating it in combat. I'm going to be losing to it in combat. Up the Beanstalk, draws them a card, and will draw them more cards when they cast big ol' spells. Sometimes, by the way, this is just like an Abzan good stuff deck. Sometimes Thalia and the Gitrog monster is pure landfall. Sometimes it's tokens. I've even seen it as a Super Friends deck. I should just block it with 5+ creatures with 4+ greater power. Yes, which I'll definitely have untapped available as blockers. Ooh, hey, Laughing Jasper Flint. I think that I should kill their Elvish Mystic over playing Jasper here, so I can potentially double spell next turn, playing Jasper's Flint and holding up the Wash Away. Also, this is a rogue, so it does count for Laughing Jasper Flint. Maelstrom Pulse. Wow, they really didn't want me seeing what's in their hand. That's sus. Okay. I don't like that. Is it going to be a board wipe, or is it going to be the Thalia and Gitrog? Finding the old gods. Alright, I can't stop that. Goodbye, my beautiful Laughing Jasper Flint. So sad. Here comes Rahilda. And this time I'm chilling, sitting here, waiting with a counter spell. and with the steal from the Agent of Rafine. Is it time for Thalion to get Rug Monster now? Yes, it is, and we are going to counter it for a low cost of 1 mana. We wash away! I think it's appropriate that Take You for a Ride is playing right now, since the next Gitrog is the one that you ride around on. Oh hey, we stole Cultivate. Oh, and they left. Aw. GG. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I had a whole lot of fun doing heists with Nicol, Bolas, and the new crime gang. These new crime cards are incredibly good, especially Grenzo. And don't worry, I'll have a Grenzo deck coming out soon. But if you'd like to request another commander for me to build, including some of the commanders that are from the new Alchemy set, let me know in the comments section. Also, if you're wondering, hey, Amy, should I be playing Nicol, Bolas, or should I be playing Grenzo? I think Grenzo would be a really cool commander to build. That's why I know I'm going to be building it very soon. If you want to come hang out with me, you should check out twitch.tv/Amazonian. It's where I stream almost every day. It's where I record videos like these, and it's where I get to chat about things that I am too embarrassed to talk about on video. Most notably, Transformers. If you're looking for the deck list, it's in the description, and I hope you enjoy the list. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.